Hey guys, welcome. I'm going to get started in a few minutes. Thank you guys for joining. Thanks again for joining, guys. Okay, I just saw a question. What's the best way to study for the CPC exam? Just the guidelines? Well, the guidelines are definitely, is definitely a start, but really you need to be familiar with, pretty much everything in both the CPT and ICD-10 book. So I would say study the guidelines. You also could tab your books just to help you code faster, because a lot of times people don't pass the exam because they run out of time. And also learning test-taking techniques. And I have some videos on that, but I'm probably going to do more of those too. I think test-taking techniques, you really need to do that to pass the CPC exam, or you will run out of time, because there's 100 questions you have to do in 4 hours. So using the process of elimination to get the answer helps. All right, guys. Again, welcome. We're going to get started. We're continuing to highlight the CPT book. We left off in the musculoskeletal system. I am on page, I think, 105, I think. Let me check. Nope. It's a page 165. That sounds right. Yeah, page 165. Okay, if you're following along, I have the 2004 CPT book. But if you're taking the exam, if you're taking it in 2024, you can still use 2023 books. So if that's what you have, that's what you can use. You don't have to get new books just for the exam. You could use 2024 books or 2023. Okay, once it turns to January 2025, you have to use 2025 books or 2024. All right, so again, I'm on page 165. And this is just the way that I like to highlight my books. There's no right or wrong way. Okay, if you come up with the way that's easier for you, then that's what you should do. Okay, I just like to highlight the first couple of words of each code. Okay, again, I am on page 165. These are excision codes. Now I'm moving to introduction or removal codes. Okay, I'm on 24160. So I just highlight the first couple of words of each code. Okay, there's a lot of codes on this page. Remember, you don't have to memorize anything. Okay, so the first couple of words, and then I go back and I group the codes that go together, I group them together. So I'm looking at 24160 and 24164. Okay, those codes go together because the 24164 code is indented. Okay, and then I like to go back and circle the codes that are in, well, the notes that are in parentheses. Okay, you get more directions there. The book tells you sometimes, what codes can go together, what codes cannot go together. So I like to circle those just so I remember to look at them. Okay, I feel like sometimes people, it's not a code, so people kind of skip looking at that part. Okay, and it's important to not skip it because it gives you more directions. Like right here on page 165, it says, for injection for tennis elbow, use 20550. Okay, so that's directions. All right, so that's basically all I do. Okay, sometimes I'll go back and I'll underline keywords, like partial is a word. In some codes, I'll underline that. Okay. And again, if you come up with a way that's easier for you, then do that. Okay, now I'm on page 166. Again, same thing. I just highlight the first couple of words. Now I'm sorry guys if you guys are posting questions. I can't see them right now, so if I miss your question, I'm not ignoring you, okay? You could always email me at lindsay@midnightmedicalcoding.com and I will get back to you. But maybe at the end, if there's time, I'll take some questions at the end of the live. Okay, again, so I'm just highlighting the first couple of words. And then I group the codes together that go together. Okay, remember the indented codes, it goes with the code above it to get the full description. Okay, and then I go back and circle with some of these. Okay, like instructional note, it says do not report 24370 371 in conjunction with 24160. Okay, so that's important. Okay, now remember for the exam, you don't have to memorize anything. Okay, someone was asking in the beginning of the live, what's the best way to study? And, it's really just being familiar with the books and knowing where to find the codes. So highlighting your books helps, tabbing your books helps. AAPC has practice tests that you can take, practice questions and use the process of elimination to get the correct answer. Okay, a lot of people don't pass the exam because they run out of time. Okay, it's not because they don't know what they're doing. It's just they run out of time. Okay, again, I'm on page 167. I'm just highlighting the first couple of words. Okay, you have to know what the terms mean too. Like there's a lot of terms here. Treatment of closed elbow dislocation. Okay, open treatment. Okay, so these terms are in the front of this section, I believe. There's definitions. Okay, but you could write notes in your book. Okay, so first couple of words, just highlighting. Then I'm going back and grouping the codes together. I'm not sure why I have those codes circled. That's from a long time ago. All right, so I'm just circling what's in parentheses. Okay, someone asked on one of my other videos if this bleeds through to the back of the page, and it does not. I don't know if you guys could see. It doesn't bleed through. Okay, sometimes you can see the pen marks go through a little bit, but the highlighter does not bleed through the pages. Okay, I'm just using, whatever highlighter I got off of like Amazon. Okay, just cheapo highlighter. It does not go through the pages. Okay, again, just grouping the codes together so you can see them quicker. Okay. Now I'm on page 168. Okay, this section has a lot of CPT codes. All right, I think this is the biggest section of the CPT book. The exam will have, I believe, 6 questions based on this section. Okay, but your answers, will also have ICD-10 codes too. It won't be just CPT. Again, just highlighting the first couple of words. Okay, then grouping the codes together. Okay, some codes are out of order. 25071 and 25073, these codes are in red, and it says that they're out of sequence. And then it tells you where you can find the codes. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why they do that. Okay, I think it makes the book more confusing than it needs to be, but just one of those things. Okay, and circling what's in parentheses, because there are more directions. Again, a lot of codes on this page. Okay, I always recommend to my students to take a month or two after finishing my course to sign up for the CPC exam. Okay, this way they have time to study. I encourage them to highlight the book as they're going through the class, but that's not always possible, right? So even if you highlight the book after the class, that is okay. That's still good. Okay, it gives you time again to review the book. Once you start highlighting the codes like this, you'll start to see patterns in the book, and you'll just start to see how things are organized, and I really think it just helps you learn too. Okay, now I'm on page 169, repair, revision, and or reconstruction. Okay, again, just highlighting the first couple of words. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Then go back and group the codes together just to make it easier for you to see the full code description. Okay, like I was saying before, this is not the only way to highlight the book, okay? Some people, they don't like to highlight the beginning of the codes like this. Okay, I always just say, whatever way is easiest for you, whatever way makes sense to you. Okay. Again, just circling what's in parentheses. All right. Okay, I am on page 170. Again, a lot of codes on this page. Okay, highlighting the first word, first couple of words. Okay, there's also codes here, repair of non-union or malunion. Okay, that's code 25415. Okay, you have to know what non-union and malunion means to understand the code description. Okay, another thing that I'm going to start doing that I haven't talked about yet is I'm going to be starting a live study group. Okay, so I'll still always be doing this, highlighting the CPT book, but then I'm also going to have a study group where I'll be doing practice questions and going over a process of elimination to get the answers. And I'm going to be going over the guidelines and, true-false questions based on the guidelines. Okay, that is going to be subscription. Okay, subscription-only videos. Okay, that you can get by, you can join. The link for it is in my bio. Okay, it's going to be $5.99 a month. And then, my idea with it is people will join and, they'll study for the exam. And then in a month or two, when they're finished, they're probably going to unsubscribe, and that's okay. All right, my goal with it is just to reach more people to help them pass the test. Okay, so that is all set up now. So you could join. I'll probably be posting a lot to it in July, just to get everything up and running. But then in August, I'll probably post 2 or 3 videos a week, to the subscription only, and then I will have a subscription only live. And I think that's going to be on Mondays also, probably after this live, maybe at 9 o'clock. Okay? Again, just grouping the codes together and circling what's in parentheses. Okay, these were the fracture and dislocation codes. Now I'm on page 171. Okay, closed treatment, open treatment. Okay, these are different things. You have to know what these are. Okay, so these codes are open treatment, closed treatment, and then the type of bone that it is, like code 25650 is closed treatment of ulnar styloid fracture. Okay, again, nothing you have to memorize, but there's just a lot of codes in this section. So it does take a while to highlight the book and do this. Okay, so, that's why I tell my students to kind of do this as they go along with the class, so it's not all at once that they're spending tons of time doing this, but, you do what's easiest for you. Oh, and also, if you're one of my students out there that you're already in my class and you're on the live, okay, you guys don't have to sign up for the study group, okay? The study group is for people who do not take my coding class. Okay, I already do a lot of the, the same types of things with my students that will be in the study group. Okay, again, just circling what's in parentheses. Okay, grouping the codes together. Okay. Okay, that's what the page looks like. It's page 171. Okay, if you want to buy the book tabs, I do have these in my TikTok shop. Or, you don't have to buy from me. If you want to make the tabs, that's good too. Okay, I really do think the tabs help. Okay, it helps you code faster and helps you learn the layout of the book. Okay, I'm on page 172, again, highlighting the first couple of words. Okay, these are amputation codes. Okay, now we are on incision codes for the hands and fingers. Okay, the 2024 CPT code, or I'm sorry, the 2025 CPT book will come out in January. Okay, so these codes are updated every year. Now, not all codes are updated every year, but, sometimes they delete codes, they add codes, they change the description of codes sometimes. Okay, I'll have to look and see. I'm not really sure what the changes are yet for CPT for this coming year. I don't even know if it's out yet. Okay, the ICD-10 codes are updated in October. Okay, again, just circling what's in parentheses and then grouping codes together that go together. Okay, again, there's some codes out of sequence. 26111, 26113. Okay, they're not in order, so the codes are red. Okay, now I'm on page 173. Okay, highlighting the first couple of words. Okay. Okay, now I'm on the codes for repair, revision, and reconstruction. Okay, grouping the codes together and then circling what's in parentheses. Okay, they give you directions. See right here it says do not report 26170 in conjunction with 26390 and 26415. Okay, code 26125 has a plus sign in front of it. Okay, that means it's an add-on code. Okay, remember, add-on codes cannot be coded by themselves. Okay, it has to go with another code. Okay, it has to go with, the code above it. So 26125 is an add-on code from 26123. Okay, that was page 173. Okay, page 174. Okay, again, there's a lot of codes in this section of CPT book. Okay, if you're looking to learn the process of elimination on your own, and you're not really into joining my study group, if that's something you want to learn on your own, I do have my exam strategy workshop. Okay, there's a link for it on my in my bio that goes to my website, and you get 210 practice coding questions and 8 videos teaching the process of elimination. I put that together about a month ago, and I'm getting really good feedback on that. People are telling me that it's really helping them, so that is out there also. Okay, I'll be doing similar questions if you decide to join my study group. Okay. And again, you can find info for that in my bio. Okay. That was page 174. Okay, page 175 again, first couple of words. Okay, like I was saying before, this highlighter does not bleed through the pages of the book. Okay, but if you're someone who you do not want to use highlighter, there is highlighting tape. And I don't really like using the tape because I think it's annoying and there's too many steps, but okay, you can use highlighting tape in your books. Okay, I got these from Amazon. And there's different colors. So you could use that instead of the highlighter, and that tape comes off. So you could put it in your book and then peel it off if you don't want it there anymore. And it doesn't rip the pages, so that's kind of nice. Okay, again, grouping the codes together. I got a question on one of my other videos the other day. Someone was asking if they could tape notes in their book. Okay, and you can't tape notes in your book. Okay, you could write notes in your book. You could highlight your books. You could tab your books. Okay, but you can't staple anything in your book for the CPC exam. Okay, it says that on the AAPC website. But I think people get confused with that sometimes. Now, when you take the exam, you could take the exam at home, or you can go to a test-taking center. Okay, and you decide what you want to do when you register for the exam. It will ask you which format you want. Okay, I've taken exams at a testing center. I've taken actually two of my certifications I took at a testing center. For one of my certifications, I took the exam from home. Okay, I have 3 certifications from AAPC, and I liked going to the test-taking center. Okay, that was just my experience there was better. But you know, some people like taking the exam from home, and that's fine too. You'll need an external camera though, and you know, you have to set your camera up a certain way, and you know, there'll be a proctor watching you take the whole exam if you take the exam from home, you know, through the camera. So, you know, I didn't like it. That was just my experience with it. But if you don't want to go to a testing center, you know, that's a good option. Okay, that was page 175. All right. Okay, again, first couple of words. Okay, the book also has coding tips in there. Okay, so make sure you take the time to read those. Okay, this will probably be the last page that we do, and then I'll take, you know, I'll take a question at the end. Okay, again, just grouping the codes together. Okay, again, circling what's in parentheses. Okay. All right, we will pick up more on this next week. Okay, does anyone have a question? Because I could see my phone now. If anyone has a question they want to ask real quick. Okay, you guys are saying you're buying your 2025 books in October, yep. And you'd rather go to a testing center. Yeah, I liked going to the testing center. It was fine. You know, it was very organized, and you know, I wasn't as stressed out at a testing center. Okay, I was more stressed out at home taking the exam. But that was just me though. You know, some people they're fine taking the test at home. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the exam? Someone says, is it still on the computer at the testing center? And yes, it is. Okay, they don't do pencil and paper tests anymore. Okay, everything's on the computer. Okay, next question. Are there CPT coding courses available online? Just CPT coding? I really don't know. I don't know if there'd be just CPT coding. Okay, now you would learn CPT coding, you know, when you're in your coding course, but it's not just CPT. Oh, for the RHIA, I don't really know what your question is there. I don't really know much about AHIMA exams. All right, you have to look on the AHIMA website for info on that. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Okay, I'll be live again next Monday at 8 o'clock. Okay, and I'll be highlighting the book again. All right, think about joining my study group. Okay, I'll be doing practice questions in there and doing a lot of subscription-only videos that go over, you know, different questions, different test-taking techniques, the guidelines, you know, all CPC preparations type stuff. Okay, and the link for that can be found in my bio. All right. So thanks again, guys. And if you have any questions, you know, that I didn't get to, because it's hard for me to see my phone during the live, always feel free to email me at lindsay@midnightmedicalcoding.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks again. Bye-bye.